Hello guys, Mr. Surplus Nut, bringing the second part to this video on accurizing the SKS 59 66 sniper platform. And we basically left off on the first part of the video on the issues on the groups. I've gotten a few comments on whether you can free float the barrel on an SKS. Okay, some guy asked me that he's heard that some people they will carve out or remove material from inside the wood stock on an SKS just to try to get the barrel to be free floating. We're gonna talk about that. That's mainly what this is about, and also bedding the SKS, the M59 66. We're gonna talk about that. But on the first part of this video, I started off talking about different ways that you can accurize your SKS, and we left off at talking about the different groups that you might get by doing this. And obviously you guys know, to try to get the most accuracy out of one of these rifles, you have to put a scope on it. Okay, there's no way you're gonna be able to test it just by shooting it with open sight. I mean, obviously. And there, when you get into that, you need to start choosing about what type of different scope mounts, different type of setups. If you're just gonna shoot it off a sandbag, or you want to go ahead and try to put like a Harris bipod or whatever brand you choose, and there's other different things that you can do to accurize your SKS. Okay, and so we left off talking about the different groups, and I was telling you guys how to measure the accuracy by testing your groups on any rifle. And on this particular rifle, I get about 2.2 inches and a half, 3-inch groups, sometimes 5, depending what weather I'm shooting it at. Here in Miami, Florida, it gets really hot in the summer, and I do notice a difference in all the groupings from any rifle that I shoot. Okay, the weather, especially the hot temperature, it puts a big you know, it just affects a lot the temperature of the barrel, the pressure, all that, and it's just it groups a lot better. Any rifles that I've shot, like in the cool weather, once we're getting into the winter, and especially in winter, like December, January, all the way up to February, it's great. I mean, that's when all my rifles, they shoot the tightest. So but yeah, testing this rifle with the 3-inch 3-shot group, sometimes up to 5-shot group, I get about 2.5 more, you know, minute of angle, which is like in inches, 2.5, 2.5 inches, and that's pretty decent, believe it or not. Okay, and that is with its regular Russian ammo. I have shot Wolf, the military surplus. I've shot the regular standard Wolf. I've shot, I think there's one called Golden Tiger. But the ones I've had the best luck, okay, on all my SKSs and also my AK-47 is the Brown Bear. I don't know why. I think they reloaded. If you read the specs on this ammunition, okay, the Brown Bear, the 7.62 by 39. I usually like the 123 grain full metal jacket. That's what I shoot on my SKSs and my AKs, and it's the one that has the polymer coated case, which is pretty much near to the, you know, the wolf cases that they come with that lacquer, which I really like. That feeds very, very nice. That comes with the lacquer coated cases. This is a little bit similar to that, but not as good. But it's still, I've never had any jams with it. And it says here that it does have the polymer coated cases. Very nice ammo. Okay, extremely full metal jacket. Really nice, 123 grain. You can feel, yeah, that the cases are not just like I know there's like I think the Wolf military surplus is like the case is like bare metal, which is like really this one has a little bit of a gloss to it. Okay, so it'll tend to feed better into the ramp of the chamber, and it's a very good ammo. And so this is what I shoot with this gun, the Brown Bear. And I get pretty decent grooves, believe it or not, with this ammo. The 7.62 by 39, and yeah, I don't reload for this, for SKS's or my AK-47, because believe it or not, these weapons were designed to shoot the metal case. I have tried shooting the I think it's American Eagle and with or you know, ammo that has the brass cases, and believe it or not, it has given me feeding problems. And when I see the case on that round that got ejected from not feeding properly, it's all mangled or scraped or whatever, I guess. So this is the way to go right here. And like I'm saying, you're not gonna get, by trying to accurize an SKS, it's not to try to make it be as accurate as a bolt action gun. Like, you're not gonna probably get like a 1-inch, you know, like 5-shot group or 3-shot group within 1 inch or 3/4, ½ inch. There's just no way. Even if you scope it, even if you do all the things that I've done to this gun. Okay, so basically, yes, there's a few things that you can do to an SKS. Okay, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about everything. Even though if you go to the reviews that I did specifically in this weapon, and I think I do talk about everything that I did to it, but the reason I want to mainly focus on the issues about free floating the barrel and bedding it is because those are the comments that I've received out of those videos, or that video that I made where I explain everything that I did to this rifle. And yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but I'm gonna go over it because sometimes on YouTube, you know, the videos, even though I make like a series of 5 videos, believe it or not, when somebody hits SKS, it'll come out randomly like part 4 with other videos that are not mine, and then people watch that part 4, but they don't go to 1, 2, and 3, and they maybe if they watch 4, then on the other set of slides on the side, then they'll show like part 1 or part 3, but not all of them come out in one shot. So that's why I'm probably going to go a little bit over the things that I've done to this weapon to accurize it, and then we're going to finish off with the 2 questions that they've made me about if there's any way of glass bedding it or bedding an SKS. And there's only 2 ways of bedding a rifle. Okay, the most common one is by just using the glass material, which is like a 2-part mixture that you mix, and like a putty type, and then it hardens up. It's like an epoxy. Some people use other stuff. I mean, I even had a friend of mine that did a bedding job with JB Weld, believe it or not, and it came out really nice. I just couldn't believe it on a bench rest gun. So because a lot of the time the Acra glass, I think it's called, the most common 2-part mixture that you mix, a lot of times like the solvents that you use to clean your guns and stuff, a lot of time that epoxy or those two-part mixtures that you mix are not very resistant to those chemicals on the solvents that we use to clean our weapons. So it's gotta be something really high quality to hold up to that. So there's only two ways of glass bedding it. One will be with the glass bedding, obviously, that I just explained. The other one will be, and I'm telling you guys, on a bolt action rifle. The other one will be with pillars, okay, which are like aluminum or steel little columns that they sell, and you put it on your front bolt or screw, whatever you want to call it, on your front lug of the receiver, and then on your rear tang, which is the back. Okay, you have two bolts or screws, if you want to call it that way, that holds your receiver into the stock, and that will be the second way with pillars. Now the most accurate and best way is using both. Okay, most gunsmith that they're building a high-end rifle, they will use both. They will glass bed the stock, and then also they will use the pillars also. So it'll be what you will call glass pillar bedded. So when you hear that terminology, okay, glass pillar bedded means that the rifle's been glassed inside the stock, the two-part mixture, and also it's got the pillars. So that's the most accurate way for sure to accurize a rifle. And obviously, if it's a bolt action rifles, you be sure you want to make sure you have a high quality barrel, which is the most important part of the rifle, and that it's free floating. Okay. If you have, I've seen rifles that they have like the little pencil neck barrels, and sometimes they glass bed the whole stock all the way up to where the barrel starts leaving the stock part of it. And some people, they just glass bed the like about 2 inches after the receiver, the action area, you know, the receiver, they'll bed up to like 2 or 3 inches after the receiver or action. It just depends on the type of rifle, the caliber, the setup, and what you're gonna be using it for. So yeah, we're gonna end up talking about the difference. Basically the only ways to really accurizing an SKS. Okay, so, and we will finish off, like I'm saying, giving the answers to those two questions on glass bedding on SKS, and free floating the barrel. Okay, so we'll come back to that, and I will show you guys also that receiver cover scope mount that I was telling you guys about. Check you guys out.